Hey guys, Common Sense Outdoorsman here. I want to show you this knife. This is a real steel bushcraft knife, okay? And it's made out of D2 steel. I believe they heat treat it to about 60 HRC, okay? They have different versions of this knife. They have a Bushcraft 3, they have a Bushcraft Plus. Back in the day, they used to make this out of 440C. Now this one is D2. They still sell these. They're about 60 bucks. I've had this one for about 8 or 9 years. Comes with a nice Kydex sheath. You can hang it. You can go scout style. When I have a Kydex sheath like this with that type of a belt loop that you can move around, I like to wear it scout style and keep it on my weak side and have a weak side drawer. I kind of like that. It's comfortable for me. Just be careful when you put that knife back in there. If you stick yourself there, you're going to bleed like a pig, okay? So don't do that. But great little knife. It kind of came with a zero Scandi grind. It might have the tiniest of a bevel on there, which I like, but it would be very tiny. I do like to keep a tiny bevel on my Scandi grinds. This one is about a 4-inch blade. Overall, this is about 8.5 inches long. Does have a lanyard hole in the back. Nice red liners. Good thick handle. I wrap that stretch medical tape on there. I just like it a little grippier. It's a G10 handle. It's a little slick. It does have the scalloped hilt area. I actually like it to be a little bit more flared. But anyways, that grip tape does help me. It's a little bit more than an 1/8 inch thick. It's got some great jimping there. Works good. Really locks into your hand. Good comfortable knife after I put my tape on it. Sharp spine. It does strike a fire steel fairly easily. I'll show you that on this knife. Let's do a few things with it. Let's go to the tip first. Let's go down here. I've been working on this log, and no doubt this comes with a very strong tip on this blade. You're not going to break this easily. A lot of people think D2 is not tough. It's chippy. It can be if you don't heat treat it right, but this one is heat treated fairly well. But let me put some abuse on this tip for you. Oh, at the end of this video, I'm going to include a little bonus knife sharpening tips for you. So stay tuned for that. That'll be about 5 minutes long. I'm going to throw that in there. Yeah, this is a real strong knife. Real strong tip. This is a knot I'm poking into here. No problems whatsoever. The one thing about this knife, I wish it was pointier. If you look at that tip, you know, it's kind of a rounded there. I wish it was a little bit more pointed. I just enjoy knives with a point on it. But as you can see, this D2 steel, that's not the knife tip breaking. That's just this knot that's breaking off. Okay? So, very, very strong knife. You take you up a little bit. You know what we're going to do next. You can't really test a knife without batoning. I have no doubts that this knife can do this easily. This is some gnarly, old, almost petrified pine, but no problem batoning with this knife. Yeah. All right. This has got a very nice, and this isn't the best feathering wood, but this Scandi ground real steel knife has got a real fine edge on it. You're not going to have any problem. I'm actually biting more than what I really want to here. See if I can tone that down a bit. But you're not going to have any trouble making feathers with these real steel bushcraft knives. No problems at all. Yeah, really nice to work with. Really nice. Practice your feathers, guys. They come in handy. Want to make some small feathers, some big feathers, different sizes. Okay, then you can check that out pretty good. You can cut them off if you'd like. Throw that hunk of stuff, get your fire going. No problem whatsoever. Let's see if it'll strike the fire steel. Promised you that. It does have a good sharp spine. Let's test that out a little bit. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, can you see that? I don't even have, gee, I don't even know, this isn't much of a feather, but let's see what happens here. Don't have a, wow. Yeah, I just don't have a big enough pile of feathers there to get going, but this definitely will get some sparks off a ferro rod. No problem at all. All right, guys. Common Sense Outdoorsman, this is the Real Steel Bushcraft II knife. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, I want to give you a quick tutorial on how to sharpen your knife in the field. And my goal was to learn a way to do this without a lot of helps, without a lot of machinery, without a bench, without anything, just a simple stone or a simple rod. And I wanted to be able to do it on the fly anywhere. And if you're a knife person, this is what you need to learn to do, okay? This is what I want you to do. This is a simple diamond stone. One side is about 400, the other side is about 1,000 grit. You want to have two sides somewhere in there, okay? Now, you don't need a lot of angle guides. You don't need a lot of those special type of sharpening systems. You can have them if you want to get all scientific, and you just have to have an exact 19-degree angle on both sides. Get that stuff, do it at home. But in the field, here's a simple way to do it. Let me take you down to the stone, and I do this by holding it in my hand. I recommend you use the base that comes with your diamond stone. Okay, so I'm going to use the 1,000 grit side. Now this knife, this is a 511 folding knife. It's got a tanto point. I chose something a little bit more difficult. Okay, it's Aus 8 steel, and as you can see, look at that bottom edge. It does have a little bit of a recurve. If you want to maintain a recurve, use a sharpening rod, a ceramic rod, or even a diamond rod, okay? But let me show you what I do, okay? And I'm just gonna go right into it. I don't wanna waste a lot of time, but this comes with years of practice. Keep practicing this way, okay? After you do this for quite some time, start with some old crappy knives that you don't care if you ruin, and keep on practicing. The more you do this, the more you'll be able to control. I can do this, I can move around, I can walk around. I'm not even looking at my work, okay? You want to do this by feel, but you can go circular motions, if you want. If you're a purist, you can do the, stay on the edge thing and go like that. And I'll usually finish up like this, but you are not going to ruin your edge by doing this or by making circles. You just have to learn how to do it. The key is practice, 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 practice. Go through many knives. You're going to have to practice many hours, but after a while, you will be able to put the edge on your knife that you want, and you'll be able to do it in no time at all. And that's all you need to carry, something like that. All right, so I don't want to take a long time with this, guys, but use this simple method. Practice, practice, practice. I'm not ruining my tanto edge. I do like to, where the tanto is on the bottom there, I do like to round that off a little bit. I just like the way the knife operates that way, but that's your decision. Keep practicing this and it'll click. It's like riding a bike. You'll get it and you'll be able to maintain your knives that easily. And then when you're done with that, you've got the angle you like, the edge you like. Take it to the old barber strop. Am I in the frame here? Yes, I am. Okay, I strop like a barber. Just kind of do this. Very easy. Again, it's going to take some practice. Keep practicing. You'll get it. Okay. Do this to your knife. I do have some green compound. This is a belt, not a strop, but it's a strop now. Okay. Very simple and easy. I'm just going to pick up a little stick here. And you can keep your knife sharpened and maintained for the field. Piece of cake, no problem. All right, guys. Hope that helps you out.